Okay, so we're starting this class right now. So if you have your materials like maybe a jotter or something, you can jot things down. So what is a portfolio? A portfolio is a collection of your best work, your skills and achievements that provides a tangible evidence of your qualifications or your potentials. So let me just go ahead to paste it on the charts. It's similar to what Dominion pasted. So that's a portfolio. But in graphic designing, your portfolio should show the quality of your work. So from the design, the person already knows that you are very good at what you do. So if you're sending someone your portfolio, or if you're designing a portfolio for someone, the design itself should show the quality of the work. So that's what we're going to be designing for today. So you guys should go ahead to open your Canva. You're going to use social media posts because you are designing this for a social media posts. The person is going to be posting the portfolio on their social media page. So go ahead to open social media posts. Are you guys hearing me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. So go ahead to open social media posts. You can use social media post 1080 by 1080. Or if you want to use a bigger size, that's up to you. But I'm using social media post, that's perfect square. So now, first of all, you have to know what you want to design. The portfolio you want to design is going to entail the designer's name, that's the person's name. So let me write it down. The name of the person, the scale, that's the occupation, that's occupation, and then it's going to occupation. The next thing is going to show is the level of the skill, the skill level. Let's say beginner, intermediate, expert. So let's say beginner, intermediate, expert. I meant expert, not experted. The next thing is going to show is a brief description about the person. That's your bios or about. Then maybe you have some sort of quotes, let's say just a little bit quotes, followed by your contacts number, your contact number, your email, and your websites. That's the link to your websites. The link can be the what's it called? The link tree. You know, I taught you guys how to create link tree in the last class. Link tree. So the link can be the links to your social media pages or other platforms you are using. So that's what I'm going to be doing. You're going to use your name, occupation, that's the skill you have, then the level of the skill set you have, that's beginner, intermediate, experts, anyone. So if you're a beginner in the field, you put beginner. If you are intermediate, you put intermediate. If you're expert, you put expert. So that the person can know your level of skill sets and know what to expect from you. The next thing we're going to write is more bio about yourself. That's about me. And then you have a little bit of quotes just to show the person that you are principled. You have your contact number, your email address, and your link. That's the link tree. The link tree is very, very important because you shouldn't be using one link on your portfolio. So you should just use the link tree so that if the person clicks on the link, the person is going to see other links under that particular link. So that's what we're going to be doing for today. So once you are done opening your, are you guys done opening your whiteboard? If you are done opening your whiteboard, give me a thumbs up so I can continue. Okay, so first of all, we're going to split this page into two. I'm going to use this for splitting the page. So first of all, place the square to the extreme of this page like this. And once I move it, I will wait for it to show me this line. That's the center line. And then I drag it to the down parts. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to split this page into two. Hope you guys are seeing what I'm doing. Are you guys seeing what I'm doing? Are you guys seeing my screen? Okay, so I'm done splitting the page. So we're going to leave this place to be white. And then I want you to decide on your own color for this design. I'm going to be using green for my own design, but I want you to choose your own color. So anything I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to be using green, but anything you're going to be doing, I want you to use a different color, not green. I don't want anybody to use green for this class, so that when you're pasting your own design on the WhatsApp group, I can review the. Okay, like I said, to split the page, I want you guys to pay attention. Just add a square to the page, add a square to the page, then move the square to the upside of the page, and then you drag it. Once you drag it, you're going to see the straight line. That's the center line. They're going to show you the center line. Then once you see the center line, you leave it, then drag it to the down parts of the page, just like that. Hope you understand the play. Then this square added here, you're going to change the color to whatever color you can use. Red, you can use orange, you can use black, any other color. But for me, I'm going to be using green. So I want you to use another color for your own designs, so that when you're pasting the work on the WhatsApp group, it's going to look different. I want everybody to have different colors. So that's why I said you should use your own color. So I'm going to go ahead to use green. I'm not going to be using plain green like this. I'm going to be using gradients. Something like this. I'm not going to be using plain green. Like I said, you want the person to know the level of skill you have. You understand? You want the person to know the level of skill. So go ahead to use gradient color, so that if the person sees the design, the person is going to know that this person is an expert. You understand? If you use the plain color, the person will feel like this is just basic designer. But if you use gradient, the person will be like, if the person is not a designer, just the person will be like, how did this person match these colors without knowing his gradient? So go ahead to use gradient color. So if you scroll down to the down parts, you see the default gradient colors. I want you to click see all. You click see all to see other gradient colors, the full gradient colors they have. So you have a lot of colors to pick from here. So if you are going for red, just make sure to pick gradient color of your choice. For me, I'm going to be using green, this particular one. So that's the first step for this design. And then once I'm done with adding this thing, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add another shape over here. That's, I'm going to type shape on the element tab. Then once I search for shapes, I'm going to look for a shape that I'm going to use. So let me go ahead and look for the shape. Now I want to use this particular one, this particular shape. Hope you guys can see it. That's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to place it over here like this, and then I will drag it just halfway like this. Then after that, I will add a border to it. This border, I'm going to make it white so that it will blend with the page, with the other white, this white side. And I'm going to make the border to be thick, just like this. So I just added this shape. I added the shape. Let me just make the shape gradient also, so that now once I added the shape, I now added border to the shape, just like this. On this side to be, you can just leave it to be that the other way around, but I think I'm going to rotate it like this. I have a reason for that though. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding the elements for this design. That's, let's assume the picture I'm using, my picture should be here, but I'm not going to use my picture, so I'm going to just add another picture. You can use your picture if you have your picture on your device, or you can just add any picture just for practical purposes. So I'm going to search for, let me search for a man. I'll just go ahead to search for a man. Under photos, I'll add a man. Let's just assume I'm this guy. And remember, if you are adding a picture, you just need to go ahead to remove the background as usual, just like I taught you guys. And crop the picture like this. Once you crop the picture, remove the background, and then you place it. Now watch what I'm doing. I'm trying to align the picture so that it's not going to look too big or too small. Hope you guys are seeing what I'm doing. So now once I place my picture over here, I'm done with this session. This is me right here. That's my picture. This place is going to be for my name and what I do and the quotes. Then after that, I'm going to place my phone number under here and the logo. That's if I have a company logo. So let me just go ahead to add the company logo over here. Let me search for logo. I'll search for logo. And then I'll add a logo to my design. Remember, maintain, if you are designing anything, maintain the colors you are using. Don't use my own colors. Like I said, maintain your own color. If you are using red, maintain red. If you are using yellow, maintain yellow. Anything you are using, make sure to stick with your own design. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start writing. First of all, let me add my name. I'm going to add my name. Let me just use John Smith. But for your own, you add your name. Don't write John Smith, because I'm going to. Now I'm going to add John Smith just like this. Now you can decide to add. I don't want you guys to use the default font for this work. So what I want to do, I want you to go ahead to explore the fonts, change your font. You can use. Let me show you the kind of font I want you guys to use. You can use font that looks like signature, just like this. It's very, very creative. You understand? So you can just use like handwriting. It's called handwriting or Brittany. You can use something like this, something that will just spell the name, or you can just look for a nice font for your own. Then you add it. Now once you add it, you add another text. Just add a little body text, and then for me, I will write graphic designer, capital letter. Graphic designer. Graphic designer, and then I'm going to reduce the size. Just like this. I'll place the graphic design under the name. I'll make sure it's small. I'm still going to add another graphic designer at this right side. I just want to add this one here, over here. Now make sure to align as you can see, this one is under this one and it's aligned. So I want them to show me the line before I leave it. So if you're placing it under, make sure you see the line. Make sure it's aligned. Make sure the picture also is aligned at the center of the write-up. As you can see, they are showing me the straight line. So I have my picture, the logo, I have my name, John Smith, and I have graphic designer. Now I want to demarcate this page with a straight line over here, and then I will add a quote, small quotes here. So let me go ahead to add a line. I will search for line. Now I'm going to add this line. Now look at what I'm doing. I'm using white. I'm using white for the text over here because I'm not going to use black. I'm using white because I want to complement this white. So I'm using white for the text over here. Then over here, I'm going to be using this green for the text over here. So make sure to complement your colors. Now I'm going to add this line to demarcate this place. Hope you guys are following. Now I will also make the line white, just like this. Now look at what I'm doing. The line is not going to be touching this. It's not going to be touching the edges of this shape here. It's at the center, but it's not touching the edges of the shape. Can you guys see that? Hope you guys can see that. Yes, it's at the center, and it's at the center of this place. So it's at this same line of this shape, but it's not touching the edges. It's not touching the edges of something happened right now. Okay, the line is pushing this thing up. I think my network is a little bit laggy. You guys should hold on a little bit. Let me sort out my network. Like I said, this line shouldn't be touching can you guys see it? Let me go ahead to add it again. Now, if you want to place that line, make sure to size the line, make the line smaller before you add it, because if you don't do it, it's going to cause a problem for you. So make sure to adjust the line first before you add it to this place. Now I'm done with that. The next thing I'm going to do, are you guys following so far? I don't want this class. I'm a little bit sick, so I don't want to stress myself in this class. So I don't want to go back to some things when I'm done. So if you're not following, just indicate so that I will go back now. I don't want to go back later. Hope you guys are following. Opeyemi, what was your question? Go ahead to ask your question. Opeyemi, do you have a question? Okay, so once I add the line, how do you get the thing top right corner? I don't understand the question. Unmute your mic and ask your question. This is the logo now. I added the logo. Just add any logo now. Add any logo you want. You understand? This is just your company logo. Yes, add any logo you want. This is not, you don't have to use this one. So now once I'm done with adding this demarcation, I'll go ahead to duplicate this write-up, this graphic designer write-up, because I don't want to go and be picking another text. Now I'm going to change this to a quote. Now you're going to use the quotes. you know the quote sign now. You use the quote sign, then you add your quotes. I want you to add your own quotes. Don't use my own quotes. Small letters. So I'll add my own quotes. Expand your digital. You guys should use your own quote. I don't want to see my quote on your design. So I'm done adding my own quotes. And remember, you have to place it inside a quotation. Place it inside a quotation. That's what I want you to do. And then you can decide to you're going to align it, then make it visible a little bit. Like increase the font, make it to be readable so that someone can read it. So go ahead to add your own quotes and make sure it's visible. Now you're going to make sure the quote is aligned at the center of this shape. So make sure to use that line, that red line that they used to show you. Then once you are done with aligning it, then you're done with this section, this shape. You're done with everything. Now you can decide to group all the write-ups here just to make it stable. Or you can decide to lock it. Locking is different from grouping. Locking means that you cannot move this thing again. So if I lock this shape, it means that I cannot move the shape again. I don't know if you guys have ever used locking before. Has anyone used locking before? Okay. Now if I lock this guy's picture, if I lock it, what it means that I cannot move this picture again from this design. If I lock this shape, I cannot move this shape again. So if you are designing, you should learn how to use locking. You should learn how to use locking because locking is also important, just like grouping. So whenever you lock an element, you cannot move it around. So let me go ahead to lock this shape also. Now I cannot move this shape. I cannot move these two write-ups. Let me go ahead to lock this one. I cannot move these quotes because I'm done with them. And then I'll lock this line. Now I'm done locking all these things. All these things I added here. So I'm done with this session. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the phone number. That's my phone number. I'm going to add it here. But first of all, like I taught you guys, you need to add phone icon, so that if someone sees that number, the person is not going to think it's another thing. So you have to use the phone icon first before writing the number. Now we're not going to be using I don't want to use I'm going to check if I can see I don't want to use what's it called. I'm going to use icons that look like this. These ones over here. Are you guys seeing it? So I'm going to use something like outline. I don't want to use solid ones. I will use outline. And then I'm going to change it to white color. Now, if you're using icons, make sure to make it small to some extent. It's not going to be bold. I don't know. Most of the assignments you guys submit, you guys usually make your icons very big. You shouldn't be very big. So now I'm done with adding the icons. I'll go ahead to add another text, and then I'll write for more information. Let's say more information, contacts information, colors. Then I'll move this right up to these down parts. Then I'll reduce the fonts. I'll reduce the font size. Now what I'm going to do is I'll reduce the font size very, very well. The person can read it, don't worry about it. The person can read it. I want the two write-ups to be if I duplicate, for example, if I duplicate this one, if I place the two write-offs, it's still going to be the same size as the icon. Are you guys seeing what I'm showing you? Like the phone number, these two write-offs are going to still match the same size with this, so it's going to be very, very small. Now I'm going to add the phone number. Go ahead to add phone numbers to the now if you add the phone numbers, you can decide to increase the phone numbers a little bit like this to be bigger than the for more information, contact us. You can decide to make it bigger, but like I said, you can still decide to make it smaller. But for me, let me just make it bigger. Then I want the phone number to space out. So I want the phone number from the starting point to the ending point. I want it to match this more information colors. So I'm going to use letter spacing. Once I space it out, I'll space it out so that it will match that write-up the same size, just like this. Now I'm done with that session. So far so good. Hope you guys are following. Okay. Next thing we are going to this side, going over to this side. This side is going to be straightforward also. For this side, we're going to be adding this graphic design again to this side, but it's going to be very, very big. And we're going to style it. Now I'll go ahead to unlock this. I'll go ahead to add a text. Let me just leave that side. I'll add a header. That's a big text. And then I'll change the color to dark green. And then I'll write graphic designer. Graphic designer. It's not going to be in the same line. It's going to be in different lines, just like this. Use enter to shift it to another line. Graphic designer. But for this write-up, I'm not going to be using gradient again. I'm going to be using plain green. Plain green. I'll just pick green from this main green at this down part. That's this dark green now. That's what I'm picking. So if you're doing your own, you pick your own color. Now the alignment for this is going to be left hand side. It's going to align to the left hand side. It's not going to align to the center or to the right. It's going to align to the left like this. So as you can see, the text is aligned to the left. Now the idea is that this first write-up, this graphic is not going to be bold. Only the designer is going to be bold. That's the designer is the main keyword for this graphic designer. So graphics contain a lot of things. Designer is the main keyword. So designer is going to be bold. Graphic is not going to be bold. Hope you guys understand. Now the next thing I'm going to add to this, I'm going to add a shape, another square over here, and then I'm going to call on the like I told you guys earlier, I'm going to call on the what's it called, the level of expertise. That's beginner, intermediate, advanced, like I told you guys earlier. Now I'm going to add a shape, and then I will decide if you know that you are strong, your level of expertise is very, very strong. That's if you're a good designer. If you're a beginner, you say you're a beginner. If you're a professional, you say you're a professional. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a text, small letter. I'll add a subheading. The subheading is going to be white text because this shape I added is green. Hope you understand. This shape is green, so I'm going to add a white text. In fact, let me just write the experts. So if you're a beginner, you write beginner. If you're intermediate, you write intermediate. If you're an expert, you write experts. Like I said, the alignment should be to the right. That's text alignment should be to the right. but this word expert is going to spread out. So let me just reduce the size a little bit, change the color to white, and then after changing it to white, what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand the write-up by spacing the letters. I'm going to space the letters so that it will cover that shape. Make sure the expert covers the shape when you are doing it. Almost covers the shape, just like this. So we have digital graphic designer. We have graphic designer experts. Graphic designer experts. So that's it for this side. Now we are going to add bios. Like on the comment tab, I told you guys we're adding bios. So we did, let me read it out. We have name, we are done with the name. We have skill and occupation, that's graphic designer, we have done that. We have beginner, intermediate, experts, we have added that. Now we have bios, about me, that's the next part. We already added the contact number. So after that is going to remain the link tree and the quotes. Okay, we have a quote already over here. So we have to add bios. Now bio is simply just a brief details about you, that's brief intro about you. So this bio over here is going to be, you're going to write it on your own. No, I'm not going to write it. So you have to write your own bios. Just write some small like I'm a great designer from Enugu State, blah 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 blah. Just it's going to be like, let's say 4 lines of text. So I'm going to copy my own and just duplicate it. But for your own, write something reasonable, just small description. So it's going to be like this, 4 lines of text like this. That's what you're going to do at this session. Let me just go to ChatGPT so that let me just get templates for you. Let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. So what I'm going to write here is something like this. Hello, my name is, you don't need to put my name because you already have your name. Hello, I'm a graphic designer with a passion for creating meaningful designs that makes a lasting impact. Just like this one. That's what I added. So that's the type of thing you're going to write there. Then make sure to align to the right also. I told you guys to align to the right. And now look at the trick. Make sure this text doesn't pass. You see this designer, this place, this line. Make sure it doesn't pass this line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to push this back a little bit like this. So it's not going to pass this line. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see what I'm doing? This about us is not passing this graphic design, this line. So that's what you're going to do. So what that does is that whether you align it, you're going to align it perfectly like this. It's not going to be aligned to the right anymore. It's going to align properly. I don't know what is not centered. This particular alignment, that's what you're going to use. Normal paragraph. So just add your own description. That's the bios about us. Just small quotes. Hello, I'm a graphic designer. So passion, blah 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 blah. That's what I'm going to write here. And then once you are done with that, the only thing that is remaining in this design is just the link tree. The link tree is going to be at this down part. So what you're going to do for the link tree, you're going to copy this for more information. You're going to duplicate it, move it to this side, and then go ahead to change the color to your green. Now this text here is going to be that same green color. Do you understand? It's not going to be black, it's going to be that green color. Now once you copy this text, what you're going to write here is the link tree. That's the link you're going to paste here. Let's say if it's www. That particular link tree, let me just put my linktree.com. So you're going to put the link here. And now, if you pay attention, you see that I'm trying to align this. I'm aligning this right up, this my link to these more information colors. So the two write-ups should be at the same line. Are you guys seeing that? Are you guys seeing those lines? If you can see those lines, give me a thumbs up. So yeah, as you can see, it's the same. That's why I said you don't need to add. If you add the new text from the menu, make sure once you click on these small information colors, you see that the font size is 16.9. Now, if you add another text here for this link, make sure that it's same font size, 16.9. So these two write-ups should be the same size. Now for this number, you copy the number also. You move the number to this side. You change the color to that same green. Now why I'm doing this is because if I align the two like this, it's going to be the same size of text and the same alignment. Now what I'm going to write here is visit our website, capital letter. Visit our website. Now we have the link on top and we have visit our website at the bottom. And then we will now add a website icon over here as usual. Like I said, don't forget about the icons, website icons. So if someone sees it, the person already knows is a website icon. So like I said, we are using outline. We are not going to use solid. Like I said in the previous classes, if you are using outline, make sure to maintain outline throughout. Don't mix up outline icons and solid icons. So now the next thing I'm going to do is, like I taught you guys how to align sizes of icons. You first of all place it at the top. You're going to see a straight line at the top of the other icon. So I'm using that phone icon to measure this one. So once I place it, they will draw a line on top of that phone icon, and then I will drag the down parts, and they will draw a line also from the down part. Now, once they draw a line under the phone icon, is the same size. So they will draw a line at the top of the phone icon. They will draw a line at the bottom of the phone icon to get the same size. And then I'll go ahead to place the icon beside the write-up, just like this. And then you go ahead to color this particular one green instead of black. So if you're using red color, you maintain red color throughout this design. If you are using orange color, you maintain orange color throughout the design. I don't want to see anybody using green. So if you are pasting it on the WhatsApp group, make sure you are not using my color. Nobody should copy me. Copy yourself. So now this S part, you can decide to make it bold or just remove the bold. I think bold. If you like bold for this S part, you can go ahead to make it bold, but make sure it's centered to the shape, that shape over there. Okay, so for this design now, what's missing in this design is this link tree over here. You see this link tree? This link tree is going to contain, let's say you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, you're on what's it called? Twitter, for example. Or let's say Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or anything. What we are going to do is we are going to call those social medias that you feel like you are available on. So for your own design, you're going to call the icons at the top over here. So let's call 3 icons here, just to show the person the platforms that they are going to see on the link tree. So I'll first of all call websites, call Facebook. I'll first of all call Facebook icon. And remember, this particular one, I'm going to be using solid for this one. So you have to maintain the solid. If you're using this thing, outline, you maintain outline. So for this one, I'm going to maintain solid because I want to color it. That's why I'm using solid. Can you see? I want to color it, so I'm using solid. Now I'm going to reduce the size very, very well, like this. That was the first one. Now the second one, I'll call, let's say Twitter. I don't know if they have Twitter. They should have Twitter. I'll call Twitter. Okay, it's called X now, so I'll call X. Now, like I said, use the Facebook to measure, to make sure to measure the other icons. Now I'll place the X, and they will draw a line on the top, and I'll drag the bottom until they draw a line at the bottom, just like this. And that shows you that the two icons of the same size right now. Now the third icon I'm going to add is WhatsApp. Let me just add WhatsApp. WhatsApp. Now, like I said, you add WhatsApp. I'll move the WhatsApp to the follow icons, and then I wait for them. I'll draw a line at the top, and then I'll drag the bottom until they draw a line also, and then that shows that with the same size. So now I have WhatsApp, Twitter, and Facebook. This Facebook icon, I don't know why. No, Facebook is just F. So let me know if I can see Facebook that is not solid. But this one is looking like solid. Let me just look for something that is not solid. Facebook icon is always looking different. So I don't know if I should use Messenger instead of normal Facebook. I should use Facebook Messenger. Let me just try this one. The normal F, that's normal Facebook. So I'll place it at top. I'll reduce it till I see the line. Then I move it over to that side. It's not going to work because it's not enclosed inside the shape. So let me just leave it like this. And then I'm going to go ahead to group the three icons. And then remember the spaces in between the icons. As you can see, once I move it, and they're going to show me once you place the three icons beside each other, you move the center one. Make sure once you move the center one, they're going to show you the spaces in between. Once they show you the two numbers in between, that means is at the center. Now they're showing me 11, 11. Can you guys see 11, 11? Hope you guys can see 11, 11. Okay. Now, once you see 11, 11, that means that it's placed at the center of the two icons. So make sure to align the center one so that it's going to be the same space at the left-hand side and also at the right-hand side. Now, once you're done with that, go ahead to group the three icons because icons are sensitive so that it's not going to shift. Now, I'm done grouping the icons, then I move it over to the right-hand side. Now, look at what I did. I moved it to this side just to align it with these ones. And I also aligned it with this logo. So you should see two lines like this. Can you guys see the two lines? The two lines one is centered at the logo, one is aligned at the right hand side. So that's it for this design. If you have a question, you can go ahead to ask your question so that we can do correction. Like I said earlier, I'm not feeling very fine. I'm trying to know if I can. I wanted to give you guys the excuses not to come to this class, but somehow I know some people are going to miss the class, so I don't want to give any excuse. That's why I came for the class. Are you guys done with your own? Is anybody done with that? Has anybody finished their own design? I don't even know if that's possible. I don't think someone has the ability to finish the design. No. Did someone finish? I know it's not possible. So do you guys have questions? Any question? Anything I have to explain again, so I will know. And hope you guys removed the background from your picture so that it's going to look clean like this. Nobody is saying anything. Nobody is even reacting. What are you guys doing? We have 15 students. Is there any question? Is anybody confused? The design is pretty simple. Portfolio designs are simple. Okay, if you have a question, if you raise your hand, go ahead to ask your question.
Okay, I greet you. Based on the design, I came a little bit late, so I didn't. It's like when you added this shape, it's like you use the gradient color for that background. Is that what you
Yes,
use? Okay,
yes, gradient, yeah.
okay. All right, thank you.
Yeah. Favor, do you have a question? Favor Arinza.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go on.
Okay, for this other side that is just a white background alone, that you put the graphic designer expert and the rest of it. Must it be just that? Must it be plain like that?
Do you want to add background? Do you want to add abstract white background or something?
No, I mean, like, must it be only white, or must it be like, must there be any? Must it be just plain like that? That is where I'm asking.
The thing is that if you this particular design I did, I decided to do plain white because I wanted to complement the colors. I wanted to complement this green. I wanted to use this green for the write-ups over here. You can decide to make this let me show you for an example. If I decide to make everything the same color, let's say I zoom this out like this. Are you seeing the difference?
Yes.
So what do you think?
Yeah, good.
What do you think now? Do you see the
So this
difference?
one, this one is not. There's a big difference. The other one is better.
Yes, exactly. So that's why if you complement the colors is better. If you make it the same color, it's not looking creative enough. You have to if you are
Yeah.
sending it to someone, the person should be thinking like, how did this person first of all, how did this person mix up this color? That's the gradient. You're not sending to a designer now, you're sending to someone who wants to hire you. So you have to show them how good you are. So you have to
Oh.
make the design complex, not simple. So that's why I decided to market it. So if I stretch it out, the person is going to understand that it's a simple, straightforward something. But if you make it complex, the person is going to be confused. And once they are confused, the person will know that true, you're an expert. That's why I added expert here. So if you stretch it out, then automatically you're a beginner, just like this.
All right, sir. All
Okay.
right, thank you, sir.
All right. So who else has a question? Please go ahead with your question.
Okay, sir, my question is Like for the solid icon, I'm still confused about it. Can you please lay emphasis? Like, can you please explain more better concerning the solid icon and the other icons?
Okay, the icons, there are two different types of icons. They have solid and outline. Outline, this WhatsApp. Are you seeing this WhatsApp? This WhatsApp, this WhatsApp and
Yes.
this X is outline. This two is outline. This Facebook is solid. As you can see, this Facebook is black. Like the house color
Okay.
now. That's the
Mm.
difference. So I think if you are using icons for your design, if you are using outline, just use only outline. Like phone icon here, and this word icon here is outline. You understand? Why I
Mm.
don't want to change this Facebook is because they don't have any other Facebook icon here. But if I wanted to design this for a job, I'll have to go to Google and download Facebook outline icon. You can download icons from Facebook from Google also. You don't need to search for everything on Canva. So if they don't have what you want, you just go ahead to let me show you the proper difference. Let me just open the icon this thing. Let me show you. Let me um so this phone is outline, this website is outline, this WhatsApp and this X is outline, this Facebook is solid. But as you can see, the Facebook, it looks okay because if someone looks at it, the person will think I did it on purpose, that I wanted to use, but still you can see that it's not looking nice per se. So if you want to maintain the icons, let me just go ahead and look for another social media to add there. So I'll add which other social media? Which other social media do we have? Instagram. Let me
Mm.
know if Instagram. Let me know if Instagram has. Yes, Instagram has outline. This one is outline. So go ahead to. Now I'm going to remove that Facebook. So once I remove the Facebook, you understand what I'm saying. If you use outline only, it's going to look better than mixing it up. But most of you guys, your assignments, you guys mix it up. That's why you have. Hope you understand what I'm saying right now. Is outline. All of them are outline.
Mm.
Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So you have to maintain the same icon type. You don't mix up outline. Outlines are those ones that have, if you color it will still have white background inside. Yes, you can add YouTube or pay me.
Okay.
If you are
Thank you.
using solid. Why I'm using
Mm.
outline for this place is because this place is white background, so you can use white outline if you want the background to be showing white, background of icon to be showing white also. You can only use solid icons if you don't want the background to be showing. That's
Okay.
if you don't want to blend the background.
Mm.
Um Nelson, do you have a question? Abi, okay. Who else has questions? We have 15 students here. If you have question, talk. And like I said, nobody should use my color, nobody should use my bio, nobody should use my quotes. So people should use your own. These fonts, you guys should try out other fonts if you like other fonts. Um, the logo, use your own logo, especially the color, use your own color. Don't use my green color. So that if you're pasting it on the WhatsApp group, it's going to look different. Everybody's screen is going to look different. Let's go ahead to add a background, white background. Let's see what will happen.
So
Let
I
me
have a
start with white
question.
background. Do you have a question?
Yes, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
On this other shape, like DSS parties.
This expert,
No, okay, no, 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 it's not that one. This other shape, like your name is.
This one.
Yes, yes, yes. It's there's a way you did it. Like
You just okay. Let me just show you again. You just search for shape, and then you click see all. I use this one, this particular one. Are you seeing it? Can you see the shape? Can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me, right? I'm asking you, the person that asked the question, I'm asking you if you are seeing the shape and you're not saying
yes,
anything.
yes, sir.
Okay, I added the shape, then I added border to the shape. It's as simple as that. Add border to the shape, just like this. Increase the border so that, let's say 10, and then you change it to white. The color I use for the shape is gradient also. So if I placed it inside, it should be like this, but I decided to turn it the other side. Hope you understand.
Okay.
But you can decide to leave your own the other way. That's turn it like this. But I felt like the other side is going to, but this one also looks okay. So you can decide why I turned it, because this place, you see this yellow, this gradient yellow here. I don't want it to be shining yellow because I was using white test here. So that's why I use darker parts, so that my quote is going to show. Hope you understand. That's why I
Yes.
use this. I flip it over. Who else has a question? Okay, let's go ahead to add, instead of this plain white background, let me go ahead to add white background. So let's see how it's going to look. But that white background is looking too plain. Let's say white background. It's very, very important to add white background instead of leaving it plain white like this. Because once you add that white background, it's going to look different. So I'm going to use white background. I'm going to use photos. So let me just go ahead and look for a nice white background to use. I'm going to look for something that has texture. You can go ahead to add your own, or you can decide not to add your own, but I know if I add it, it's going to look better than being plain. Let me just add this one, this CK material. Now, once I place it at the top, I'll just close it like this, drag it to the down, and then I position it to the back. Does it look better? Does it look better? Let me delete it so you guys know the difference. This is before, this is after. Which one is better? Before and after. Before and after. Which one is better? I think this white background is okay. It's better than plain whites. So you can go ahead to add your own white background if you want. See that I said before is better. For me, before is not better, sure. It depends on what you want to do, and also depends on the background. The reason we are saying before is better is because this thing I added, this background is not even plain white. If you see plain white, let's say, let me just add this one. This one is plain white. If you add plain white, it's going to be better. Surely, you cannot compare backgrounds, and yeah, it looks better. So just make sure to add something that is plain white. So it will have, this one has textures. inside it. So it's better than the plain white. So do you guys have any other question? Let me increase these guys more. Do you guys have any other question? Now, look, if you're adding this picture over here, for example, like this, make sure to move the picture to the back of this shape. This particular shape. So just move the picture to position the picture to backwards. This picture, move it backwards so that it will be under this shape. You get why? So that in logo there for, so that the picture is not going to be on top of the shape. It should be under the shape. Hope you understand. It looks better like this than when it's on top of the shape. Do you guys have questions? Okay, now I'm going to try something else. I'm going to add something else to this side just for fun. So I'm going to add power button. Let me add power button and see what will happen. Now, this is just for experimental sake. You don't need to do it. I'm done with the design since. So, but if you are designing something, you need to gamble with a lot of things. So let me just add power button and see what will happen. I will go ahead to add power button to this side. I don't think it's going to work, but let's see. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? It's not going to work, Abby. Let's say it doesn't work. The design is already jam-packed, so adding this here. This space here is very, very important. It should be. Let me just try another one. Maybe.
So I just put it at the center.
At the center of the page. This is the center of the page. There's no possibility. There's no possibility of this working unless you place it. You can only place this thing somewhere inside this box for it to work.
So just remove it entirely.
I know I'm going to remove it. I'm just trying something. I'm just trying to force.
So since you have reduced it there, bring it up a little bit.
To where?
Towards that head.
The guy's head.
Yeah.
He's going to fight with the logo.
No, side by the side.
This side.
Yes. Maybe you can leave it white.
This thing in particular, self, is not going to even. If you place this thing like this, it's not bad and it's not good. It's just there. And if someone sees, the person is not going to understand why it's there. That's the only. Okay, let me show you how to do it. If you want to put this icon now, I'm going to place it at this guy's head, like this. This I think this is going to work. Then I'm going to move it to the back of the head. Are you seeing the difference? That's going to work. Although the power button itself has disappeared, so it's just a circle now. But that's the only thing you can do with that shape. You cannot place it anywhere in this design. So this one actually works though. Well, let me try and see if another color is going to be better than white. This is better. So let me just leave it like this. So are you guys done with your design? Is anybody done with their design? Has anybody finished their own? Have you guys finished? So that means I have to wait for you guys on WhatsApp now. Some of you, after doing classwork, some will submit their own work after like 5 days, 4 days. I don't know why you guys do that stuff. Then after I review other post work, I will start reviewing your own awards. This is not like it's not assignment though. It's just classwork. So I'm just asking you guys to post it on WhatsApp so that I can review. I can just see what you guys did. It's not as if I'm grading the. I just want you guys to participate in what we're doing. It's not assignment. If it's assignments, we're using links for assignments. So once you're done with your design, go ahead to group everything together as usual. So that what just happened? I thought I grouped everything together. Okay, go ahead to group everything together. Now I can move the design together. And then after that, you go ahead to export your design. Let me just export it so that I can send it to you on WhatsApp. So if you have not done your own, go ahead to complete your own and then you paste on WhatsApp. I don't think we have any other thing to do for today. So this is a portfolio for a graphic designer. It's the same thing for any field, the same pattern. Although for some fields you need to use more professional colors. For example, if it's a doctor, you need to add some medical tools on the background, like you have to use some pictures and stuff. Let me go ahead and search for, let's see if I can see. Let me write portfolio. Let me know if I can see a sample so you guys can see how it looks. Okay, see, portfolios, we have different types, different design. This design I just gave you guys is like professional design. But other portfolio, you have other portfolios that doesn't look that good. But you can still use it, yeah. But for this one is like more advanced portfolio. So if you can design this thing in particular, then you are good to go. You can design portfolios for everybody. Now look at this one. Let me show you this one. Are you guys seeing this one? Now this one, they added picture to this side. They added picture to this side. They just write. You see how this one looks. So this particular portfolio is for, let's say, someone who is into modeling. If you're into modeling, you can use this one. So if you are into modeling, you can use this one. About me, they just wrote something here. Very, very straightforward. But this one we did is more professional. It's professional for professionals, not for people that are into entertainment. Let me go ahead to view another one so you guys can see. Most of the portfolios are not professional though. They're just pictures of someone. So if you send this thing to someone, the person already knows that you're a professional. The person is going to give you the job. Let me add another one so you see. Now look at this one. Are you guys seeing this one? This one, this person just use frame portfolio, just write small description and then the link. And this portfolio is for a designer, so it's not professional enough. You understand? So if you are designing, this is the best portfolio you can send to someone. Once the person sees it, the person already know that you are good with tools. You maintain the colors, you use the gradient color, the tests are well aligned, and so on and so forth. So just go ahead to, let me export it to the WhatsApp group so that you guys can finish up your work. And then, so any other question? Let's go ahead to end the class. Any other question? Any question? Please go ahead to ask your question. Please, do you have a question?
No, sir. You've answered my question.
You don't want to raise, bring down the hand you raised. You don't know how to bring down the hand. Mesoma, Gift, do you have a question? Your hands are raised.
Yes, I wanted to know how you added that line between that shape.
This one?
Yes.
You just normal line. You search for line now. You just type line. You search for line. Like I said, if you're adding this line, like I've added the line. Are you seeing the line?
Yes.
Make sure to reduce the line first before you add it. If you don't reduce the line, if you add it, they are going to struggle with it. Reduce the line, then turn it and go 90. That's straight line now.
Okay.
Once you turn it, then you place it there.
Okay.
You understand? So make sure to resize the line first before you place it there. If you place the line there without resizing it, you're going to fight it. It's going to disturb you. I'm 100% sure it's going to disturb you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question? Go ahead to ask your question. If you have questions, stop. I'm not going to be angry or anything. If you have any question, go ahead to ask, so that I'm sure I'll be vindicated that I've covered everything. If I see anything on WhatsApp that is not looking like what I thought, then it's your fault. So go ahead to ask your question if you don't understand any parts in this design. Any question? Any question going? Any question going? I wanted to ask you guys a question. Emmanuel Cheesy, go ahead to ask your question.
Sir, the write-up you put under that your graphic designer, the expert, is it a quote or what is the write-up about, sir? That's my
Okay,
question.
this one in particular, this one here is quotes, but this one is just about you. It's not like I'm from Enugu State or any of those things. Like this one says, hello, I'm a graphic designer with a passion for creating meaningful designs that makes a lasting impact. So you have to just, it's about you, but like normal English, like you go speak English, we talk say you get passionate about what you do. You understand? So the write-up is about just a simple write-up about what you do, the kind of work. You can just write about the type of designs you do, and that you're passionate about your work, and you're going to provide quality services. Just like something like that. That's what you have to write here. Just like your bio on social media. That's what you write here. It's not a quote. This one is a quote. This one should be a quote. And this one is inside the quotes. You have to use a quotation mark for this one. Why this one is just a plain bio. So like I wrote on the chat box. Let's check if we covered everything. So I said we are going to create a portfolio. It's going to contain name. Now, what I want you guys to do is, if I'm mentioning these things, you just check if everything is there, because I listed it. Like I told you guys, if you are designing anything, list out what you want to be in the design, so you won't be confused. So you have to list out the things you want to be in the design. So once you are done, you check everything out. Then now I have name. We have the name. I have skill and occupation. That's graphic designer. I have beginner, intermediate, or expert. That's this particular place. You should use beginner, intermediate, or expert. So I used expert. The bio, that's the bio. That's this right up here is the bio. And then we have quotes. This is the quotes. This one here is quotes. Contact number is at the footer. Email address and link tree. So we have link tree, but we don't have email address. So the only thing that is missing from what I wrote earlier is email address. So if you wanted to add email address to this design, you can simply add email address also to this down part. It's as simple as that. You can just duplicate this place, duplicate one text, and add an email address. Email address is very, very important when it comes to let me just go ahead to add it. And you guys, nobody noticed this particular thing. You guys are meant to notice it. So let's just say gmail.com. So email address is important. So if you are making a portfolio, email address is very, very important. So I will just go ahead to add an email address to that footer side also. So that's it for this design. I don't think we have any other thing to do. For next week, we're going to be doing, for this, today is what? Today is Wednesday. Okay, so I'm meant to give you guys an assignment though, because we don't have any other class this week now. Abi? It's a Monday now, because tomorrow is tech track and Friday is circle, Sysmo circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the assignment to the WhatsApp group. I'm going to send the assignment to the WhatsApp group also. So you have from today to Monday. I'm going to also send the link for you guys to submit the assignments. The last assignment, people that submitted the assignment is only 8 people that submitted assignments, only 8 out of 20-something students. So I don't understand what happened. I'm going to drop the assignments, and it's going to be a portfolio just like this one, but I'm going to send another design you guys are going to create. So go ahead to create this one, post it on the WhatsApp group. Then I'm going to also drop the design for the assignments so we can review it together on Monday. Then that Monday, we're going to be doing graphics, that's motion graphics, animations now, how to move. You know, we have been doing normal designs without moving the graphics. Let me just go ahead to show you an example. Let me just go ahead to show you example of graphics, motion graphics. Let me just animate everything together. Hope you guys have seen the animation there. Have you guys seen the animation? Yes, so we are going to be learning how to animate things one after the other, and different types of the effects. So if you animate this, automatically you are going to export this as a video, not as a picture, because you are going to set the duration, the speed. That's if you want it to be slow or fast, and so on and so forth. So that's what we're going to be learning next week. And then we're going to be running a standard advert, like standard company adverts, using graphics and animation. So we're going to be running the full adverts, a full advert for both so if you animate this thing and then you export it as a video, this particular design now turns from, if this design is 10,000 naira, for example, and you animate it properly, it turns automatically to 30,000 naira. It's going to multiply the value to like ×3 just by animating it, because animations and static images are not the same thing. So that's what we're going to learn how to animate designs. If you see, if I'm meant to show you, if you go through the, I don't know, I'm meant to show you samples of what we are going to be and how the animations for companies, like for example, if you go to YouTube, if you're watching videos on YouTube, you saw those Indomie adverts that used to pass, all those kind Airtel adverts. Those adverts cost like, they are very, very expensive. Some people charge like 200K, 500K for that small advert. It's not like long adverts. It's like 10 seconds, 20 seconds advert, but it's very, very expensive. And you can do that type of advert with Canva, fast, very, very fast. So you need, that's very, very important. So now if you animate this thing in particular, you see the movement back. So from 10,000 naira design, animate it, and it turns to 50,000 naira design. So the person is going to export it as a video. So that's what we're going to be learning from next week. After that, we are going to do the final project, which is branding, full branding, like I said during the last class, and then we'll see how everything turns out. So guys, that's it for today's class. Go ahead to give a thumbs up if you enjoyed the class, and then have a good night.
So please, before you go, I want to like ask something else. I just remembered that for this one, once you go to create, what did you like use? Is it a flyer design or is it like a social media post? Sorry, I came in late.
Okay, like I said before, if you see any post that, you should know these things by now. If you see any post that is square, perfect square, this one is perfect square, means is that it's social media post. If you see anyone that is tall, like, you should know the difference between, let me show you an example. You see this thing now is perfect square. Are you seeing it? All the sides are equal.
Yes, sir.
So it's social media post that I use for this one. But if it's like, let's say it starts from here and then it's longer, you should know it's A4. You understand? Or flyer. A4 or flyer is same size. If it starts from, let's say, here to this size like this, you should know that it's like a birthday card or Christmas card. So once you know the size of that, but once you see the size of that design, you just search for something that, like, let's say if it's like this now, you search for something that is landscape. You understand? You search for landscape design or something like that. So this one is social media post. But if it's longer like this, it will be flyer, normal flyer. So once you see the design, just use your head to know that just go through those layouts, because they're going to be showing, if you select a layout, let me just go to the home page. If you select a layout for a design, automatically you're going to be seeing different they already drew the layout for you, so you should know the particular layout you're going to use. Let this thing load first. So as you can see, this one is resume, that's A4. This one is Instagram post. The way do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The next one is this one is flyer. So you just once you scroll through, you understand the They already showed you the shapes, how it looks.
Mm.
They already showed you the sizes. This one is presentation. This one is like full page. I wanted us to it's like we are going to do presentation. Maybe we'll do presentation on Monday. Then after that, we'll do animations on Wednesday. Because I want to teach you guys how to do presentation. Let me show you what presentation looks like. It's very, very important you guys learn that stuff. Because I used presentation for my project defense when I was in school, and automatically I got I got A because of that presentation. Others were using CorelDRAW for presentation, but I got others were struggling with CorelDRAW. But Canva is going to give you a perfect template for anything you want to present. Companies use presentations too. So if once you learn presentation, it's very, very important for you. So it's compulsory. So we're going to learn presentation on Monday. You guys should remind me on Monday presentation. Then on Wednesday we'll do animations. Let me show you how presentations look.
Okay.
Now, for example, if I open this one now, if I open this thing now, you see this template, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is how presentation look. Like if you are presenting it, if I click present, let me show you how it's going to look. Hope you guys can see this.
Yes, sir, we can see it.
Now let's assume this is your project. You just click next. Once you're done with the slide, click next. Once you're done with the slide. So presentation, you have to place the images yourself, place the write-ups. So as the pages, as you go next to the next pages, you explain. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we have to learn this presentation so that it's very, very important. Use it in any field in life, whether it's school or work or anywhere. So once you learn presentation, automatically you have one kind crazy advantage over anybody that is dragging any position with you in anywhere. So it's very, very important that we learn presentation. So that's what I'm going to do on Monday. Wednesday we do animation. I'm going to use Wednesday to teach only animation. So I don't think it's going to be difficult for us. So that's it for today's class, guys.
Thank
Do
you
have a
so much.
great night. All right.